Hey, XanGo, Pat Petrini here, and man, it's been like a month since we recorded one of these videos. I'm excited to jump back into them though. I'm here in downtown Chicago. We're at Millennium Park. This is the big famous art sculpture thing that they call, a lot of people call the Bean. Pretty cool area. So what I wanted to do here is, this is actually going to be the first video in what's going to be our objection series. I'm going to cover all the most common objections that we run into in building a XanGo organization. And of course, one of the first objections that we end up running into, one of the most common ones, is the whole pyramid scheme, network marketing, multi-level marketing objection, right? And I love this objection, but so here's a couple of ways of handling this. Number one is realize that all objections are handled through information. People that have an issue with network marketing or multi-level marketing, it's just an ignorance thing. They just don't know. They just don't understand the business model. And so we just have to get them educated and get them some information about how it actually works. Once you understand the business model, you can't debate the business model. But it's just a lack of education. You don't want to debate them. Just get them more information. Number two is understanding what a pyramid scheme actually is. Most people, if you were to ask them, most people have no idea what a pyramid scheme actually is. The true definition of a pyramid scheme, it's the movement of money without a legitimate product or service in exchange. So again, just know that in the back of your mind, because that's what people think that network marketing might be. But if you ask people, to define what a pyramid scheme is, most people really have no idea. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about how to kind of draw out people's objections here. I was on the plane the other day from Denver to Charlotte on the way down to the Cayman Islands for the XanGo Elevation Retreat. And I was sitting next to a lady named Kamala, and she was just a really, really cool lady. We had a great conversation the whole plane ride. We were talking about everything, life, relationships, money, just everything. And we started talking about a lot of traveling, and she found out that I've been doing a lot of traveling, and I'm kind of taking these 10 months to travel around the world, and she was asking how I was able to do that. And she was, so I started telling her a little bit about my business and that I recruit and train other distributors to market this health beverage. And she says, well, it's not one of those pyramid things, is it? And I said, absolutely it is. And she was kind of taken back by that. She didn't really know how to respond. And I said, it's not one of those, it's not like an illegal pyramid scheme, if that's what you're talking about. But, and she kind of laughed and she said, no, but it's not like Amway, is it? And I said, absolutely it is. It's network marketing, multi-level marketing. And again, she was kind of taken back by that. She wasn't expecting that response. And then I asked her, and this is a key question, I said, what is it exactly that you don't like about network marketing or multi-level marketing? And she went on to tell me that she used to be in sales, and she was getting approached all the time in the grocery store and by all these different people, trying to recruit her into their, thing. And I said, okay, so do you have any sort of issue with the actual business model, or you just don't like the way that you've been approached in the past? And she said that really she just didn't like the way that she'd been approached, and she would never want to approach other people like that. So then, that gave me a very clear direction of where to go. She doesn't dislike network marketing or multi-level marketing. She just has a misunderstanding of what you have to do in order to succeed in it. And of course, the funny thing about that is that most of those people that approach people with no tact and no dignity, they're not the people making any money in the industry. So I went on to describe this to her, and she ended up being very, very interested and wanted a lot more information. So I sent a package in the mail, and I'm in the follow-up process right now. But she'd be great at this if she ends up getting started. So anyway, the point there is ask questions. Ask questions. Figure out what it is exactly that has them, a little bit negative about network marketing or multi-level marketing. The other thing is be confident. I'm extremely confident about this industry. I'm very proud to be part of this industry. I don't hide it. I don't try to sidestep or skirt the issue. Okay, and that confidence causes people to be curious. It causes curiosity. It causes them to ask questions, and it really actually attracts a lot of people when you have that kind of confidence about what we're doing here. Okay. The other thing that you hear about it is, people say, well, that's one of those things where, very few people make any money, or all the people at the top make all the money. So here's just a couple of things to say about that. First off, very few people making any money. That is true. But that's not a flaw in network marketing. That's a flaw in human nature. You know, what percentage of businesses in general actually make it off the ground or are successful? Only about 5%. What percentage of people that start a diet program actually continue with it past the first month? Or people that start an exercise program actually continue with it past the first month? Very few, right? It's not the flaw in the business model, it's human nature, which is why most people are not successful in network marketing. Okay, but here's an interesting statistic. Only about 5% of all people in North America make over $100,000 a year. 25% of people that are full-time in network marketing or direct sales make over $100,000 a year. So if you talk about statistics, your odds are way better in network marketing of earning a six-figure income if you're working full-time than in any other full-time business you could really get into. Kind of interesting when you look at those statistics. So anyway, now as far as having to be at the top and all that kind of stuff, people ask, well, don't you have to be at the top in order to make all the money? And again, the answer is no, but you usually do in corporate America, right? Look at any other business. Who makes all the money? The CEO, the board of directors. That's the typical business, is where you have to be at the top to make the money. And the middle management, the people at the bottom, they have no control. They're not able to raise their incomes higher than the CEO. On the other side of the spectrum, in network marketing, it doesn't matter where you are in the chain. It matters who's the most productive, who creates the most sales, who builds the most volume. That's who gets paid the most. And again, handle the objection with a story. Talk about Sherman Unkefer, the #1 income earner in XanGo. He's got 15 people above him, maybe more than that are above him, and he out-earns every single one of them because he's built a larger organization. He's just worked harder, really, than the other people above him. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you are in the chain. It matters who works the smartest and who produces the most. They get paid the most. Network marketing, when you understand it, it's capitalism grassroots. It's a great way of building a business and moving a product into the industry or into the market and fairly compensating the workforce that is responsible for it when you really understand the industry. So a couple of tools for helping people to get more information here is get the Brilliant Compensation CD. That CD is excellent, by Tim Sales, talking about the business model in general. And then get the History of Network Marketing CD by Bob Schmidt. If you listen to these two CDs, you guys, it's impossible to argue the business model. It just makes sense. Sure, there's good companies and bad companies out there, as there are in every single industry, but you can't argue the model. Okay, and then once people understand the model, we can start talking to them specifically about XanGo and our product and things of that sort and go from there. So, all right, there's our first